Okay. So in this podcast, I have some list of questions that you need to be answered. These are basic questions. As you have mentioned in your profile, you are a content writer with 261K plus
Yeah.
impressions and also a header AI enthusiast, right? So there are some basic
Yes.
questions that need to be answered. These are not only
Sure.
my questions, but personally, many young students' question. So are you ready for this?
Sure. I'll try to answer them.
Yeah, it's okay. It's
Yeah.
okay. Wait a second. I'll just note down all the points. So the first question is nothing but just talk about yourself and introduce about yourself and how did you get here? How have been your coding journey since 3 years, past 3 years? You're in college, right?
Yeah.
So you can just discuss your journey within 2 minutes or 1 minute.
Okay, sure. So I am Ankita here from Jamshedpur. So
Yeah.
I'm pursuing my BTech at ft.AP and I'm in pre-final year. So basically in my first 2 years I have done nothing much. It's like just I studied my academic part
Mm,
and I focus more on developing my interest. I was into clubs and activities. I was managing events and all that, so I was more into it.
yeah.
And I did coding very less, like just few, and I just developed my interest into data science and artificial intelligence. And actually, I wanted to do front end like HTML, CSS, but then I found
Mm,
it's not my cup of tea. So right now only in these 2 months of holidays I started coding and then I started putting all my efforts into DSA. I have started learning it and in these 2 months honestly I have solved like not 2 months, in just 1 month I solved more than 70 plus lead code questions.
wow, that's great.
And yeah, and I have started giving lead code contests also. I am understanding questions from YouTube actually. Like it's not like
Mm,
you can't do it all alone. So I'm
yeah.
taking help of like different DSA sheets also, like Striver, Arsh Goel sheet. And then
Right.
I started applying my internships here and then. And yeah, of course, I couldn't clear the paid ones because I was
Yeah.
also rejected in interview round. But okay, unpaid is also fine. I'm learning something. So yeah.
Mm. It's just as like an experience that if you do any
Yeah,
internships in an
yes.
offline or attending any boot camps, right?
Yeah.
So this is what most of the college students actually do. They actually waste the first to 2 years
Yeah,
or the
actually.
life they
And
just want to enjoy,
yes.
and later they realize and then
Yeah.
back to life, solving all
Yes.
the questions. Take all the burden at one time.
And that's
So like,
actually difficult to take. Yeah.
so how did you manage getting into this, taking the position of marketing lead and also managing DSA and coding at the same time? So
Okay,
when did you started
so
balancing both of this?
basically, I always want to establish my own business. So it was
Okay,
like
that's great.
I should learn marketing. So for that reason, and I was actually more interested into marketing from the first year itself.
Mm,
So, like, marketing in our college is like you have to promote our events, you have to, like, just get more views.
yeah.
So, it was actually like, and marketing also, I have a good network all over the
Mm,
college. So, yeah, like, I found my interest there, and so I started promoting. I got a bunch of couple of people getting into my
mm,
events and all that. So yeah, and I couldn't manage DSA to be honest during that time, but right now I have lessened it, and I'm
mm.
managing my LinkedIn. Right now I'm
Yeah,
not into
LinkedIn
much
profile.
clubs, so
Mm,
yeah, like actually you can't do all things together, which I realize. Like LinkedIn also,
yeah.
then club, then DSA. So it's getting tough. So at least I have to take a day off when I'm doing my club work. So yeah.
Mm. So like, have you learned this marketing courses anywhere in the offline or you just took random courses or any YouTube courses of marketing?
Basically, when I was going to enter my college back in 2022, I
Hmm.
was there in that digital marketing. I don't remember the exact company name. Maybe it starts with some aloe vera, something forever aloe vera, I guess.
Hmm.
So,
Right.
like they were actually saying that you have to do my course and then I'll give you some money. So I started learning it, and then they were asking for Aadhaar card, bank details, and I
Hmm.
then say this thing to my parents. I was just saying
Okay.
that I'm doing a normal course.
Hmm.
So when they realized that I'm actually into this marketing where you have to sell products and
Hmm.
then you have to do these things, so they said that you don't need to do this course. So from there only I learned little bit about this marketing, like how
Marketing.
to
Yeah.
do. So yeah.
Yeah. So as your profile mentioned that you're skilled at Python, Java, and
Yeah.
SQL, majorly in proofs
Yeah.
concept, right? So
Yes.
most of the people want to learn Java and Python. So
Yes.
what YouTube channels, or do you prefer telling them joining offline centers or just take up an online course? What do you suggest to young college men out there?
Basically, no course is perfect. To be honest, which I realized after searching
Hmm.
all over YouTube, it's like you have to go with multiple resources. And people say that you shouldn't go with multiple resources, but I find at least you should go with 2 to 3 courses and you should understand which course is best. Like, to be honest, I have done Java from Apna college also. I did it from physics wala also, and I have done from one of the sir. I don't remember the exact name. I guess it's coding wala. He doesn't have much followers, but that turned out to be best. And
The
then I
content can be
realized,
very good, right?
yeah, the thing is that it's not that the pages which are popular, like the channels which are popular, are actually, like, you have to find your own interest. You have to see who can explain better, like relate with the real world example.
Yeah.
And I actually suggest like reading articles, like reading Geeks for
Hmm.
Geeks articles, and
Geeks for Geeks
if you
article.
can get a Oracle book,
Hmm.
so that would be better. And like, of course, our college does provide PPT and some concise books. So that's go. Like, I would say that just get a concept of it and you have to practice more questions.
Practice.
Yeah.
So which
And
platform do you suggest people for practice questions?
if someone wants to start, like not just DSA, like just from starting, I would say Code Chef, because in
Code
Code
Chef.
Chef you have like stages wise, and it's like
Hmm.
Code Chef actually helps you to, like even for system.out.println, they will give
Hmm.
you certain number of questions, even just
There are
for,
some helps, right?
yeah, there are like you have to initialize your variables also, so you have questions for
Hmm.
that also. So it's a
Hmm.
great platform.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
So, how did you get into this content writing, way? Like, have you ever worked for someone or some company or some person? Like, how this journey has been,
Okay,
content
okay.
writing journey?
Basically, when I was in my class 10th, so I was interested into literature, history, civics, geography, more into arts part.
Hmm.
And to be honest, like I was my school topper also of history, civics, geography, and also
Yeah, that's
English
good.
third, fourth topper. So I was more into it. But my parents wanted me to pursue PCMB, so I couldn't.
Yeah,
So the thing is like, then I was like, I can actually write content. I know what people wants.
yeah.
And in my college also, like whenever someone asks me for suggestion, I can actually guide him or her. So
Hmm.
from that only, like earlier, I used to post only my certificates on LinkedIn, but then as a sort, I started writing my yearly reviews, like what
Hmm.
I did as a whole year, like BTech first year journey, BTech second year journey, and when I started writing, I realized that there are many other creators also who are writing just like, some random topic they are picking and they are
Hmm.
writing well. So then I
They write and
also,
they publish it somewhere or they sell it to
yeah.
some person.
Yeah, actually, they are writing publicly on LinkedIn, like just for example, a small topic, friendship. They are
Yeah.
explaining it quite well, maybe some good friends, bad friends example. So then I realized that I can also do this, and then I started writing. And after that, like my followers were also increasing, people were also commenting good. Of course, my college friends were like, why do you need to write, you should be into tech. But it's like, it's okay, like to have a different interest, build your passion also along sideways. So yes.
That's great. So, have you ever written content for your college students, especially in your friends group? If anyone are video creators out there and you have just helped them
Yeah,
writing them content.
actually, I have, like, basically in our club parts, we have to write.
Hmm.
So, like, I been in a Bengali club, I have written few of the contents, like, basically documentation part. So, yeah. So, yes, like, I have to work for clubs also, so we have to write, we had a debate event also, so I had to write a
Hmm.
complete write-up for that. So, yes.
So, this concept of marketing and content writing, will you do it by yourself or do you have any team like your four people, you're doing it together,
I am doing it all alone, like, I don't have anyone.
any
So,
team?
Uh, no, I don't have any team.
Okay. Like apart from college, you are also helping people outside of anywhere, even in online or any offline. You're not only in your college, but you're also helping others also, right?
Uh,
In LinkedIn or somewhere in
yes,
Instagram.
yes, yes.
That's great.
Like actually, like if you know the campus ambassador program,
Yeah, I have
yes.
heard about campus.
So that is also a little bit a part of marketing. Now the
Mm,
thing is that I also got selected for one of them after applying for an interview, but
mm,
they were paying me also, but I rejected that because at some point of time I feel that it's like you have to sell courses, you
yeah,
have to
you have to sell
promote,
course,
you have to
promote them
update your WhatsApp status also.
every time.
So yeah, so it's like I feel like no, I should stop doing it. And because it's
Yeah.
not my own platform, like I'm promoting someone else, and it's like
Mm,
if it was my own it was fine, but I don't want to promote someone else's at this time, like yeah.
yeah, yeah, exactly.
Yes.
The main question here is like, can you share any example of your successful marketing campaign, like you have ever led it, a campaign about marketing in college or somewhere else outside the college?
Basically, in college only. Like, as I said, like, I have been into clubs. So,
Mm,
we promote our marketing. Like, in my tech club, also, I was into marketing. So, we had a successful registration of of over 100 plus participants in just one single day.
mm.
And in like through my Google Forms collection also, I got around 200 responses. So yeah, those were successful. Like it's
Successful.
plenty enough.
So do you charge for this thing or it's
No,
free for
it's
people?
free.
Mm. So as it is free, as you have mentioned, this registration process is completely free to attend anyone. So how will you define and segment your target audience? How will you reach out to them? And what strategies do you employ to reach or engage people very effectively?
Basically, I believe if you are into marketing, you must have a good impression of yourself in front of others.
Yeah,
So, if
that's
it's there, you can actually reach out very easily. You just need to use a very friendly, you just need to attract your audience. Even if
mm,
it's a boot camp event, you just firstly you have to say, like, even if you're charging, you have to like say it, like if you're charging 99 rupees for a boot camp, you have to say that you
mm,
will be learning so many skills. Even if you're teaching just one skill, you can say you're
mm,
giving it in bonus. So that's the way of attracting audience. And
mm,
in this way only audience are getting attracted. And like you just have to attract them. That is the basic quality of someone who
mm.
is into marketing and making your impression. Like I have seen successful marketing campaigns also across YouTubes. So yeah.
Okay, okay, okay. That's good. So, how do you measure the success of marketing campaigns? Do they prioritize any metrics over there?
It's like if I give the example of my college. So,
Mm,
supposingly, if you are having a successful event, like approximately like a room is full of participants, then it's called successful. And if it's 50%, then it's like okay, okay, kind. But if it's less than that, it's not called successful. So that is the only thing, like you have to promote it. And in our colleges also, whenever events happen, if you get
Yeah.
more number of registrations, it's the benefit of club. And we also
Yeah.
get certain amount from a college for promoting it. So yeah.
That's it. So apart keeping this marketing aside, let's talk about content writing. So firstly, let's talk about this writing process and creativity. So how do you actually develop and maintain a consistent brand voice in your writing? Like, is there any one niche that you're getting through it completely, or you're choosing different niches and writing scripts for every niche?
I am doing it for different, because as I'm a beginner, and it's like
Hmm.
for me also, sometimes I am into coding, sometimes I am into marketing, sometimes I'm writing my own experiences, sometimes I'm writing some successful people's experience. So when you are into starting phase, it's difficult to figure out where you are actually getting likes.
Yeah.
Like for example, when I wrote about my own story of need, it was like I just wrote it randomly. I never ever expected it to just reach 22,000 plus impression. It was quite shocking for me. And
It
when
was
I
on
wrote,
LinkedIn, right? It was on
yes,
LinkedIn.
it
Yeah.
was on LinkedIn. And then I wrote about Kota Factory. I never ever
Hmm.
expected it to reach
Got a
that
factory.
high. Like, I never expected it, because I was on my train traveling back to home and I was watching that. Of course, Kota Factory is an emotion
Got a
for
factory
each.
is like motion for
Yeah.
every 11th and 12th
So,
class student.
yes, and I was into that JE and NEET field also.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
yes.
Even I was been there, for 2 years, 3 years. I've been
Yeah, I
studying for
also
that.
took a drop. So both
It
my
was
journey,
great.
like my drop year journey was also, it reached a good amount of impression, and that Kota Factory also. So then I actually realized that you have to write on recent topics, like what is actually happening in the world.
Happening.
So I was thinking to write about this robot suicide also, which happened in Korea, but I couldn't
Hmm.
write it. Like, I thought that it might not reach, so I didn't wrote about that topic. But coming right now, I'm writing on some recent topics. Like certain times, I'm writing about like my Head Starter internship also, fellowship program.
Yeah, yeah, I've
Sometimes
seen that.
I'm writing about my LinkedIn success also, like I got 3,000 followers. Sometimes I'm writing about my lead code journey also. So
Yeah.
it's, my profile is kind of mixture of each and everything. So yeah, I have connections all over, like content writers
So
also, then yeah,
video
some,
creators, then
yeah,
graphic
video,
designers,
yes, each and
everyone, right?
everyone, yeah.
That's great. That's great to hear. And one question that is, what content formats do you enjoy writing the most? Like your favorite content to write.
Basically, I like writing short contents. Like what happened today when I wrote about my lead code early morning.
Hmm.
So one of my followers said that I wrote the spelling wrong of this word batch, and then
Oh,
I rectified it after 2 hours. So it's, it's like, basically I am not even like correcting it. I am just like writing it and putting it. So I'm not rectifying each and every word. So it's like I'm enjoying writing. And I believe if you're writing small, people will actually read it. And
the small and
who,
short,
yeah,
sweet.
basically at least your content should be of 3 paragraphs most, and 3 paragraphs each consisting of 3 lines to 4 lines is
Yeah.
maximum, because
Yeah.
nobody is going to read long paragraphs. I have
No.
seen it.
So you just love documenting your stories or just write in a short form of content and reach out people what you're doing and what is actually happening in the market as well. That's
Yeah,
right.
actually,
Mm.
writing in
That.
short points, like just 5 to 6 points, and you are done.
Mm.
Yes.
So apart from this content, how are you generating ideas and overcoming the writer's book?
I am writing others' content, which is most important. Like, if you are into the field of writing, you have to read
Mm.
others' content also, like what they are writing, and get your
Mm.
ideas from that also. Of course, people like me, I'm also writing. Like many of the people wrote about Quota Factory. It's not like
Yeah.
I only started it. Before me, also someone else wrote it. But the thing which matters the most is the way you are presenting, the way you want to reach out your audience, what value you want to give them. So that matters the most. So in that way, I would suggest, yeah, like basically, you have to understand